All right. Test.
Test.
Test. What do you call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the Millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Awesome.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
And welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Xennial.
I'm Brian GenX.
And we are Sans Nikolai, the Millennial, today. He is he's getting a third testicle installed in what he calls a nutsack, but hopefully that helps him. Maybe grow some facial hair, be more manly. I don't know.
As rumor has it, your sister took the other two. So
He does. Well, they're in her purse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're always close by. It's just
Mm-hmm.
he'd like to have one that one that he can call his own.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
So, before we get into it, Brian, maybe you could fill those tiny girl-like shoes and explain to us where people can find us.
Sure. I do enough work around here. May as well just say where you can find
Might as well.
the damn show, right? So
That's right.
That's right. So you can listen to us on demand wherever you want to on your favorite podcast platforms. We are out there on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Overcast. You can also find us on our Facebook page at Convincing Idiots. And a podcast streams right from the page now. So you can subscribe right through our Facebook page. Go there, give the page a like, subscribe
That's
to
a
the show
one-stop
right
shop there.
That's right, exactly. We also put links to the videos as we post them on our Facebook page as well. Links to all social media can be found in two main places. We are out there on YouTube, where we have videos of all the shows, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Our Linktree account is Google Linktree, Convincing Idiots. That's
I'm
right.
getting closer.
I hope so.
There we go. I need to see you better.
That's right.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
Linktree at Convincing Idiots is just simply a platform to our links. Very simple.
To every.
Log into. That's right. And our website, I almost said it came from GenX, convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Pull up our website. Everything is there for you. Links to all the shows on Spotify, links to our videos, bios, promos. And if you choose to sponsor the show, you can link to our Patreon account right from our website. If you want to give us a couple of bucks, help Nick with his surgery, whatever you want to do. Right. So
gas is expensive. My truck needs gas, people. Come on, help me out.
That's right. Gas prices are crazy around here. We could use a couple bucks. So if you like our stuff, give us a like, a share, a subscribe, a review, tell a friend. We appreciate your support out there. And so thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Well, you did
go ahead, please.
job. You did a beautiful job. If there's one time I'm going to interrupt, it's to praise you and tell you how amazing of a job you did.
Thank you.
Replacing Nick. A little more facial hair than we're used to for that segment, but it worked.
I had to, I was asked to replace him around the house here and there as well. I don't know
I
what this.
heard
I don't
that.
know what that means. I don't know what that means. It just can you replace Nick around the house every so often? Text. So I just have to inquire. I don't know if it's like
Maybe it's like
chores or
chores.
I
Well,
don't know.
I wasn't the one text that there was a creaky door and a needing for a creaky bed, something like that. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right,
But yeah, I'll inquire and let you know. So.
apply within.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's actually funny too. We joked last week that Nick had mentioned that he and your sister have been engaged for 10 years,
Yeah.
which I had no idea. So, and I joked that, hey, I would be happy to officiate your wedding free of charge,
Hmm.
right? Because I am licensed. I got my credentials from the state because I'll be officiating another friend's wedding in May. But Jim and his lovely fiancee Tina. And the conversation came up on Saturday last weekend. We were all out, so I don't know if this is going to actually happen in May. I don't know, but it
Someday when
could
they do
become
get
a
married,
reality.
yeah. Well, from my understanding, that yeah, when they do actually get married, you will be officiating it.
That's pretty awesome.
So I mean, and that kind of brings us to at least what we did
Yep.
over the weekend. The three of us got together for a fundraiser for Kenmore football.
Kenmore youth football. That's right.
Yeah, it was a night at the races type deal. If anybody's familiar, they show old horse racing videos and you bet on the horses and whatnot. And we it turned out pretty well for us. We did all okay, I guess. And
Yeah.
got to hang out with each other, make a beer can pyramid like we were 20-year-olds. It was a good time.
It was a lot of fun. So it's gambling and beer drinking to benefit children. So,
What's even better, huh?
That's right. If you need to raise money for children, beer drinking and gambling,
Exactly.
I'm interested. I'll listen
Yeah.
to the offer. Absolutely.
If you
Yeah.
just say children, you're like, nah, I'm all right.
Right. Yep. Yeah. No kids to be found at this event. Not a
Luckily,
one.
yeah.
This is a full-blown adult event at a local VFW. Like you said, a lot of fun. Our lovely significant others all joined us, which was terrific.
Mhm.
All the beer you could drink, and we had pizza and fried chicken. It was like a whole local, yokel community thing. And I grew up from Kenmore, graduated from Kenmore High School here in the Akron area, Ohio. So it's nice to help out those kids. That's the last team with the Kenmore Cardinals in this area, as the high school is now closed. So, yes, indeed.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. But
That's
yeah, a lot of
crazy.
fun, and we actually bid on the final horse with the other folks at our table who got us in on that, and the auction horse won somehow, and we all made like double, quadruple our money that evening.
Yeah.
So that was pretty.
It
It was
was
pretty
good.
cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have 100% memory towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. I know I woke up in my chair, fully clothed. So you got that going for us.
Yep. Which is nice.
No, when you wake up clothed, nothing great happened. I mean, you kind of went the opposite, right? You're gonna have no memory unless you wake up and you're naked. You're like, oh, something neat happened. All right.
Yep.
Nope. Fully clothed.
Yep. I've been there, done that. So, anything else good on the weekend? That was Saturday. Anything else exciting happened on the weekend or since our last episode?
No, Sunday I recovered.
Mm-hmm.
And then just living and working, hunting for a new car. Because gas prices, I have a Ford F-150 that eats the shit out of gas. And so yeah, I need to finish that and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a new car. So
yeah, it's costly right now for sure. Yeah, I didn't do too much either. Sunday was a house project day. I have trouble relaxing. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like if I sit down and just don't do anything for hours,
Right.
It's hard for me to do that. I don't know.
So how do you deal with hangovers?
I just don't get them that often anymore. Honestly,
Wow.
I don't. Yeah,
I
once in a
don't
while.
either, but when I do, oof,
Yeah, once in a while I do, and I am out of commission when I have a bad hangover for a few hours. But
yeah.
anyway, yeah, I went out and got some new blinds and hung blinds around the house, and just felt good about accomplishing something.
There
The
you
next
go.
thing I know, it's like night, and another weekend went by. I didn't really sit down and relax on a Sunday, but it was good,
Right.
good accomplishment. But I digress. So beyond
Had
that
a-
stuff,
Yeah,
ahead.
I just say seems like we both had a good weekend and
Mhm.
enjoyed hanging out with our uh, all three of us, right? Nick was there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nick was there.
Yep, absolutely.
So other than
Did you
that,
watch anything? Did you see anything? You get a
I
little bit of idiot
honestly
reviews here.
my idiot reviews. I mean, I caught up on Righteous Gemstones. The
Mhm.
finale happened. Uh, we may have touched on it a little bit, but then we can touch here briefly about it. But why we caught Kenobi's new trailer.
I yeah, I'm digging it.
Me too.
I'm pretty optimistic there
Uh,
on that. So
I'm a fan of the cartoon Star Wars as well. So Clone Wars, Rebels. I'm a fan of all that. So to see the Grand Inquisitor and the other Inquisitors, the first sister and fifth brother, all those guys, I'm excited, man. That's got me pumped.
yeah, I
And
never
just the
got into Rebels.
speculation.
Yeah,
You dig them, man. If
yeah,
you give them a chance, yeah, they're good. And
okay.
you really would you would have really geeked out and really appreciated that when Ahsoka Tano showed up. Because I mean, if you watch Rebels, she does grow on you and becomes a favorite character, one of your
Okay.
favorite. I mean, she's great.
Okay. Yeah, I have to go back and check that out. I really haven't watched the Clone Wars either, frankly. So
You start with a movie.
get
They did a movie.
yeah. Actually, I saw that in the theater years ago. I took Peyton to go
Okay.
see that. Yeah. But yeah, I have to get caught up on that stuff. But yeah, the trailer looks great. I mean, even I remember watching Star Wars as a kid, and you got a little bit of a glimpse of his story, and you realize that he was on that planet for years and years and years, just watching out for Luke. I mean, you
Right.
wondered, geez, what a terrible, lonely life the man must have led. What happened? Did he get into any adventures? Did he have to fight off any, you know,
Well,
uh,
there's some
go ahead.
rumors that there's some rumors that you might see a little bit of Qui-Gon Jinn, or at
That
the
would be
very
really
least
cool.
hear him.
Yeah, they really
So,
should do that. That would tie a nice plot hole together because
yep.
as we know, they mentioned that in the very first prequel that he'll learn how to communicate with him. And you never saw it again in the prequels, and
Well,
that was a kind of a missed opportunity.
one thing they did do is when Anakin slaughtered all of the Sand people, you
Hmm.
heard Qui-Gon Jinn, you heard Liam Neeson in the background screaming, "Anakin, no!"
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You got to listen for it, but yeah, it's mixed in with the music. But Qui-Gon Jinn screaming, "Anakin, no!"
Hmm. Okay.
So that's so you have a little bit of glimpse of that, and he reprised his role, I think in Rebels or Clone Wars, one of them, for like an episode, as a
Okay.
Force Ghost. But yeah, so I mean, another rumor is that they had done filming and production with Darth Maul,
Hmm.
because in Rebels you see the final battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul. It happens timeline wise. It happens just before A New Hope.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to give people spoilers, but but they do have one last battle. Those two,
Okay.
because it's
Okay.
really Darth Maul's existence is to find Kenobi and get revenge.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited about this trailer. The show is. I mean, I guess the original idea was movies, right? To do Kenobi in movie form. I think this
you're
is
right.
going to be better because because they're going to be longer. I guess. I guess they're going to be up to an hour. So you're going to get essentially 6 hours of Kenobi.
Yeah.
Rather than maybe hour and a half out of 45 minutes every 2 years. You get 6 right off the bat. So I'm excited about that. I think that
Mhm.
I think that's the best way to go. I think they looked at Solo. Solo hurt them. Solo. I think the higher ups, Kathleen Kennedy and all of them, looked at what Solo did, which I think is unfair. I think the timing of Solo was a little rough, but I liked Solo as a movie. But I think the lack of enthusiasm and money that it brought in, I think that stopped them and going, okay, let's pump the brakes on movies. We have this streaming service that we can do this amazing
Yeah.
series even if it's mini episodes and one-off seasons. We have a chance to do this and do it right. And they got the right directors. Like with the Kenobi, you have Deborah Chow doing these, which, I mean, she's done a couple of the Mandalorian episodes, so that's going to be a bit of all right, if you ask me. I'm excited about that too.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they were smart. I mean, I liked even Rogue One.
I did too.
As a separate
I think
standalone.
if you ask the majority of Star Wars fans, Rogue One is in their top 3. I mean, that was like hugely well received. I thought it was okay. Honestly, I thought Solo was better. I enjoyed Solo better because I can connect with the characters better.
Right.
I'm going to be interested to see how Andor does.
Mm-hmm.
Because but it could be like Falcon and Winter Soldier, 2 characters that I really could give 2 shits less about. You put it in a series, make it good writing and good directing, good acting, and the series worked for me. I'm hoping that's what this does because I really don't care about Andor. I'm going to watch it, and I hope that it, blows my expectations out of the water, which isn't going to be easy. But I'm hoping that does well in my eyes. It's going to do well regardless, but for me, my personal wise.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with you on the strategy that they're using. It's like you don't need to throw out all these movies.
Nope.
It's too much. You can't tell necessarily an effective enough story without a full trilogy. And like you say, that's exactly what we're getting with these series. You're getting enough time to tell a whole story in the same amount of time as a trilogy of movies.
And then you get
and you could take your time. Exactly. Right. You go different directions with it. You could end it. It'd be fine to end Boba Fett. It'd be fine,
And
once
look
they
what
end the man. Go ahead.
It's almost creating like a universe. Well, yes, the Star Wars universe. I get it, but they're crossing over TV shows. Characters crossing over. That people love that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love to see the Ant-Man? Do a cameo in a Thor movie. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Right.
People dig that.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just keep it going, Disney. It's a good strategy. We don't want to see one more damn movie unless you guys have a freaking plan for the trilogy,
right?
Beginning, middle, end, which you certainly did not do with the last trilogy, at least in my opinion. So,
I'm not as harsh of critic as you are about the of the last trilogy, but I do believe that you needed one person at the helm controlling the story. You needed Dave Filoni to be the be all end all with these directors and writers, saying no, you can't do that. No, don't do that. you need somebody to put your foot down. You can't let three different idea, well, I guess it was two, but it was supposed to be three. Three separate directors and writers just do what the fuck they wanted.
Right. It's insane. Okay. So that comes out May 25th
May
or so? Something like
25th,
that?
the
Okay.
anniversary of The New Hope hitting
Ah,
theaters.
there you go. Well, that's nice. That's a good time. Yeah. Okay. Well, needless to say, we're going to watch that. We're going to come back and critique Obi-Wan at that time. Did you watch anything else? Anything else catch you beyond your...
No, not really. I mean, I could give everybody a recommendation. CBS, if you haven't watched the TV show Ghosts on CBS, it's a fun show.
Okay.
It's a fun show. It's CBS. It's a network sitcom, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's original, which you don't get, that often these days. But I recommend look it up on demand somewhere somehow.
I'm sure it's on the CBS app.
CBS. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I keep seeing the trailers for it, and it keeps catching my eye. So I'll have to check into that.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. I saw a couple things. I did finish the Pam and Tommy series. The finale was last week on. Okay. I thought it was pretty good. It was entertaining. So, what episode are you into?
Halfway through the first.
Okay.
The kids came into the room like, "Yep, this is not something that should be on."
Yeah. No. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, when you see the talking scene, let me know what you think.
Okay.
You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. But I thought it was good. It was a good take on the story, entertaining, well acted, a lot of fun. So that I finished that up. It's like 8 or 10 episodes, something like that.
Okay.
I watched on Sunday evening The Underdog, which is the Kurt Warner story. I checked that out. It's available for rent on Amazon Prime for like $6, which is not bad.
Sure.
Zachary Levy plays Kurt Warner.
Yep.
You might remember him. He played the Shazam in the I thought very good DC Shazam movie.
And earlier he played Chuck in the TV show Chuck.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Anna Paquin plays his wife Brenda, and Anna Paquin you might know from the X-Men movies. She was Rogue earlier on in her career. Dennis Quaid plays Coach Dick Vermeil. Adam Baldwin's in it as his college coach. Just some good, solid acting. And just, you know what, if you're looking just for a nice, feel-good story, check it out. I mean, it's Kurt Warner's a guy, if you don't know who he is, but he was a NFL quarterback. He was played for a small college, got drafted by the Packers. They cut him immediately, and he was struggling with his wife. She had 2 kids from a prior marriage, and he winds up stocking shelves at a grocery store, gets recruited by a local arena league, catches the eye of the pros, gets a shot, and becomes a Super Bowl MVP, and he is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So just by his perseverance and everything else, and
it is truly
loving family,
the American story, right?
It really is. It really is. So, obviously, we know if you know Kurt Warner at all, he had a happy ending in his story. They went on to have multiple kids together. It's just if you want like just a feel good family story, or you just want to feel good, kind of a tearjerker for me. But anyways, I thought it was well done and very entertaining. So go check that out, American Underdog. And Saturday night, just flipping around looking for something, I caught there's a new, it's like, what movie do we need more of? We definitely need Obi-Wan, right?
Sure.
So we need to continue to tell his story. And I think, maybe right underneath Obi-Wan Kenobi in the world of pop culture, people have been crying out, we need to know, we want to know, we demand to know what is happening with Leatherface from
Well,
the
sure.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie
Of
series.
course.
You know, it's like we've seen Jason again.
Yep.
We've seen Michael Myers. Okay. Freddy Krueger. There's rumors that maybe there'll be more Freddy Krueger movies with Robert Englund. That's we'll see. But we've not seen a new Leatherface movie in maybe it's 2 years or 10 years. I don't really know exactly. But this movie picks up where the original movie is in this universe, and the premise is the woman who survived the original movie has come back as a Texas Ranger. Anyway, never caught Leatherface. He had a mask. No one knew what he looked like. He got away.
Sure.
He's been living among us for so long. He's living in this ghost town in Texas. These yuppies come in. Is that still a term? Yuppie?
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
hipster
Hipsters.
might be a bit.
That's better.
Yeah.
Hipsters. That's a better term. Yeah. I mean, age me there a little bit. So hipsters come in and they're going to buy up
that
these
list
properties.
is long.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. They're going to come in and buy up property in this town and renovate this ghost town and make it a whole hipster haven type deal. And Leatherface happens to be living there and decides, I'm not for this plan, basically.
Sure.
I'm not for hipsters living in my town. And chaos ensues.
Well, Leatherface
go.
was notorious for hating coffee shops and craft breweries.
He was really, and
Yeah.
it's for
Always
no good
against
reason.
No good.
Yeah, he was more into the beef jerky and all that stuff. Yeah, he was really into his craft of
Mountain Man
of meats. Yes,
Right.
Yes, indeed. Smoked meats. If you recall from the movie, his dad had a smoked barbecue. That was a big seller at the gas station. With very very lean meat, I'm sure, in that movie. So, yeah, if you want a mindless slasher type movie, and you want to see a couple hipsters get chainsawed in half, literally go check out the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie on Netflix. It just came out this year, 2022. There you go.
Is that,
a spillage there?
I did. The beer gave me a little hiccup there. I have to use my thing I clean my glasses with. Yeah. What you gonna do? I get this. I get this everywhere. Makes a mess. And I apologize for everybody listening, and I apologize to Brian for interrupting. Only if they had some sort of insurance for podcasts for when the host fucks up. But luckily, there's insurance for everything else. And that insurance is Blake Insurance. Let me tell you, Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located in Barberton, Ohio. They provide auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance with honesty, decency, and affordability. Erie Insurance is above all else in service. You want to call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free 5-minute quote today. I'm going to call him and see if there's a podcast insurance for when people spill beer on everywhere.
Yeah, so it's a fine extra business venture for Mr. Blake.
That's right. I think it might be lucrative for him, especially with us.
That's right.
Before we go,
go ahead.
I know you want to go to break, but I do believe that we should touch on. I'm looking at the time here. Touch on two in memoriam. Rest in peace, if you will.
Oh yes, I did see these. Talked about these. Yes,
yeah,
go ahead, please.
William Hurt.
Yes.
From the Marvel universe and every other 80s movie there was. What was it? What was
Body Heat?
Body Heat. Diner. Wasn't he in Diner?
I don't know. Broadcast News.
Yep, he was in Broadcast News.
Kiss of the Spider Woman, he
Eyewitness.
won an Academy Award for.
mean,
Children
it's
of a
just-
Lesser God. Yeah,
Yep.
it was big movies.
Just everything. I mean, and anything he did. I mean, yeah, character actor, but one of the best character actors. I mean, he played the dad, the boss. I mean, when he did bad guy, I mean, he excelled. I mean, the dude could do everything, right?
Yeah, very versatile actor, and like you said, he played Thunderbolt Ross in the Marvel movies for
Yep.
a handful of movies, and it was good to see him get more of a prominent role in the last couple. I liked him in that role, but
Right.
yeah, he's 71 years of age. Poor man, prostate
Yep.
cancer.
Ah, that stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other one, the other in memoriam is professional wrestler Scott Hall. Also went in the WWE, WWF stage name as Razor Ramon. He was a pioneer in the 1990s wrestling attitude era. He and Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan, did the NWO TV angle and just changed how wrestling was watched and perceived. He also, one of his project accomplishments is change the way the wrestlers were paid. And that's real life, not just wrestling bad guy, good guy storyline. Him and Kevin Nash, when they left WWE to WCW, they got the kind of mid Carter guys guaranteed contracts, which wasn't a thing. There was a few upper guys that got guaranteed contracts, but that was one thing that they did is they kind of solidified that. And he was all the guys tell you just how smart he was in the business and how much he helped all the younger guys and all that. So, hey, yo, the bad guy, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, rest in peace. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. But when we come back, as you can tell, we are in green. I guess there's a little bit of orange here. And my hat's lighting up. I don't know if you can see that. But we are ready for St. Patrick's Day. And when this drops, if you're listening to it in between bar hops, we're on the way to the bar, or on the way home, or it's playing in the background while you're vomiting in the toilet. We are celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. So when we come back, we have some St. Patrick's Day shenanigans involving Patrick's.
That's right. We'll be back.
So, well, cheers.
We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back quicker than you can kiss a Blarney Stone, or the Blarney Stone.
Kiss my Blarney Stone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. That'll be a little extra excited because normally Nick is super excited.
He is.
Coming back in, so yeah.
He's a tiny ball of energy.
That's right. Well, we are excited.
Speaking of, we're hoping. Well, speaking of, we're hoping that testicular inclusion is. He's having a ball at it, or replacing the one Robin took.
Exactly. That's right. Yep. So we are excited, as you mentioned before the break. We are celebrating St. Patrick's Day a little early this evening. We're shooting this on Tuesday, the 15th of March. Yes. Cheers. 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 Yes. Thursday, we're planning to hang out together on St. Patrick's Day, which would be our
do a little day drinking.
Yeah. So and this time it's an excuse because it's St. Patrick's Day.
Right. People won't look
You know?
down upon us.
That's
Look
right.
for the pictures on our Facebook, people.
Yeah.
One of us will be in a kilt.
You're going with the kilt.
I'm going with the kilt.
Very good. Awesome. It's supposed to be a beautiful day too. 70 degrees.
That's kilt weather. That's what that is.
It is kilt weather. Anything
Yep.
over 60 is or 70. Excuse me. 70 degrees. That's kilt weather.
70 degrees is kilt weather. Maybe a slight breeze blows up there. Takes it in the who and the whatnot.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a great day.
Yep. We're going to shoot a picture of Dean. Go ahead, please.
No. I want to hear what picture you're going to take.
We're going to shoot a picture like you, like the Marilyn Monroe picture when she's like over the grate. You know what I'm talking
I love
about?
this idea. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a fun day.
Dean's trying to keep his kilt down. Like, he probably
Mhm.
won't. Actually, you probably won't try to keep it down.
I just let y'all see it.
Yep.
Well, we
Yep,
are
this will
starting
be our-
early, like you said.
Yep.
And speaking of starting early, Brian, what are you drinking this evening? Because we got our green on. What are we drinking to celebrate?
I'll put on camera here as well. So this is Conway's Irish Ale. Now, this is made by the Great Lakes Brewing Company out of Cleveland, Ohio. Very prominent brewery around here. One of the first major breweries in the Northeast Ohio area. They hit it big, and they've been running strong for.
One of the fathers of a Christmas ale, also.
Yes, really some of the better beers in town, and they distribute widely. And to me, it's their best beer. It's a Christmas ale. I got out of that a long time ago, but this Conway's is terrific every year. It's a great Irish reddish ale. You can see here on camera as well. Just a beautiful reddish color.
Nice.
Super smooth. So great job, Great Lakes Brewing out of Cleveland, Ohio. I drink this almost exclusively around this time of year. It's a seasonal beer. And if they made it more often, I would drink it more often. So what do you got?
Beautiful. Well, I am a Guinness fan. It is my favorite beer, and Guinness has put out a Guinness Nitro Cold Brew coffee. Now it's not like if you've had the Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee,
it's straight. It's oddly delicious.
Delicious. I mean, it tastes just like an energy drink coffee. This does not. This is not that. This is Guinness with a little more coffee flavor. So it's not exactly, that whole energy drink cold coffee drink. It is Guinness, but with a little bit of coffee flavor to it. It is quite delicious.
Okay. Very good.
We're getting it on.
Yeah. So this will be our first St. Patrick's Day hanging out together, Dean, I think, after all these years. So,
well, normally you go down south, right?
I do, and normally sometimes we travel on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much.
Well, maybe you should. Well, I only bring that up because I once your blurry ass camera gets fixed, you should show everybody your St. Patrick's Day tattoo.
Is my camera blurry? I don't know that it looks fine on my
maybe
end.
Maybe it's my end. So
okay. So in
the idea that they can see you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you're good.
Okay. All right. So in 2020, we planned to go. So we went down to Savannah, Georgia. St. Patrick's Day is huge down there. Beautiful area. 2017, went down there for the first time. Some friends go down there very often. So Jim Cunningham's sisters, Annie and Bean, love it down there. I went down there in 2017. It was just a blast. Obviously this is pre-COVID. Huge parade, party time. Beautiful weather, beautiful architecture down there. Everything you hear about Savannah is true. Go check it out sometime if you're able to. Even if it's not on St. Patrick's Day, it's just a beautiful area, historic and all that stuff. Great time. So we plan to go back again. Made reservations at a place in 2020. So made plans to go, and at that point, shit started to hit the fan with the pandemic. So we had to make some decisions on it. We're going to still go or not go, and Allie decided to hang back because it was still very a lot of unknowns. So I went down there on my own, and it was a very strange time because we really didn't know at the time. That was still in the very early stages of the pandemic, where people were still very much don't touch stuff, don't touch
Yep.
don't. That's how you get it, was touching stuff and then touching your face, hand sanitizer, crazy people buying up all the freaking toilet paper, and it was right
I don't know
around that
about you,
time.
but I was doing hand sanitizer enemas.
Yep, sure.
And not because the president was telling me. I just wanted something new to stick in my ass. So
Sure, can't be too careful,
nope.
Yeah, so it's just like it's like you didn't know quite how you were going to get it. You're going to get it by touch. It was before we really understood that it was more of an airborne thing and this and that. But they canceled the big parade. They canceled a bunch of the festivities. A lot of people got out of town. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's crazy times we're living in. Ohio at that point got shut down. It was quarantine in Ohio. You couldn't go anywhere. It was just craziness, right? And I thought, you know what? Just kind of sitting around, maybe having a beer, not so sure. Probably. It's like, hey, here's
One
a
or
good
two.
idea. Yeah, here's a good idea. Why don't we all go get COVID tattoos? And then we'll remember this time together down in this craziness in this time of our lives, which we'll never forget anyway.
Sure.
And you
were
it's-
thinking, oh, people are gonna not remember this deal, so I might as well commemorate it.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a crazy period of life to live in. We're going to go through this. We're all here together as friends and having a crazy trip in the middle of this pandemic. Fortunately, nobody got sick or anything. And it's St. Patrick's Day. I'll get a because you started to see the germ, the famous COVID germ. We all know full well by now. We'll get a tattoo of the germ. Maybe I'll get it like in a shamrock.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I texted Allie is the intelligent one of the operation here, as the women usually are in most relationships. She's like, yeah, you get one if you want to. Now, what if somebody gets it and dies from it? I'm like, I really didn't think about that.
You just put the date of their death above it, to like commemorate.
Oh boy.
Well, think of it this way, Brian.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Think of it this way. What would happen? Jesus comes back, and they're like, he walks around seeing everybody wearing crosses, going,
yeah.
No. I was on that. Why would you put that on your as a symbol?
I don't like that. It's not a good memory for me. Yeah. Yeah. So I wound up getting the tattoo, which I'll show you on camera here. It is actually quite well done.
It is.
The owner of the shop, who've been tattooing for like 19 years, happened to. I mean, I didn't know who the guy was when I sat down with him.
He happened to not care that people were drunk getting tattoos.
No, I wasn't. I was sober and all that, but yeah, it's very detailed. He did a great job. But it's a COVID germ inside a black shamrock, and has a green outline. So it's definitely a memorable tattoo at that point. And Allie hates it. So there you have it. So, but she did not break up with me over it. She said, if you want to get it, go ahead and get it. And there you go.
I mean, she has no more respect for you, but she didn't break up.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah. So
that's good.
Yeah. So there you have it. So if I ever run into any of our fans on the street on Thursday, if you would like to see my COVID germ tattoo in the shamrock, I would be happy to show it to you. It's just on my bicep there. So there you
Sun's
have it.
out, guns out.
That's right.
See, the only other tattoo I've ever gotten out of state on vacation was, oddly enough, a shamrock as well.
There you go.
So maybe we get drunk and do that Thursday when we're out.
You never know. Never know. So Allie asked me once recently, she's like, what's the next tattoo I'm going to get? It's like a syphilis germ or something like that. Yeah, we have all the major germs that's killed millions of people tattooed on me. That's what I want to work on here.
Maybe find the one that did the original Plague in 1919.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be good.
There you go. Yeah, I'll add, it was not meant to celebrate the virus. I want to be very clear. It was just a symbol of the weird times we were in, and chaos, and the trip we went down on as friends, and that's what it was. It wasn't intended to represent something that killed a lot of people, which unfortunately it has. But
Could you imagine?
Go ahead.
Could you imagine? Like I was looking at my cross necklace. Could you imagine if they would have killed Jesus in an electric chair? We'd all have like tiny little electric chairs around our neck. Random thought.
We might.
Hmm.
We might. Well, fortunately, Jesus did not die in an electric chair.
He did not.
And yeah, but one good thing about electricity, it was a terrible segue there, Nick.
I knew where you're going with it, though.
Nick, I'm not going to win the segue of the show. That's for sure. With that terrible segue. So, what I was trying to say is somehow awkwardly get back into from electric chair to electric bike. I don't know how you do that smoothly. I took a shot at it. It did not work.
What if Jesus jumped?
It did not
what if Jesus
work.
jumped off the cross and jumped on an electric bike and rode off into the sunset?
Got out of that. That'd been maybe a nicer ending to that story, perhaps. I don't know.
It would have made Passion of the Christ a much different movie.
That's right. Callback. Hashtag callback. Anyway, so go check out our sponsors, RPM Bike Shop. They're out there on Facebook. Family-owned business in Carrollton, Ohio. Great electric bikes at competitive prices. I've seen these bikes. They're incredible. You can ride them like a normal bike. Yeah, we do need to go, seriously. And we go check out we'll check out Julie and Rob's pool perhaps while we're at it.
Ooh, I like that.
A nice day to do that. Very lovely home and lovely pool. But yeah, check them out on Facebook, RPM Bike Shop. Like I said, you can ride these bikes like a normal bike. You can use the electric charge to get yourself up some tougher hills and terrain, or simply just ride longer. Or if you're just fucking lazy and don't want to pedal for a while, there you go. How about that?
I'm going to tell you, and this isn't a bit. This isn't about the commercial, but I don't know if I told you this, but I had a dream the other night that I got a bike from RPM Bike Shop.
There you go.
Yeah, I woke up going, "Wow, our commercials are even seeping into my dreams."
They're that effective.
Yeah. I was very happy with it. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
It worked wonderfully, and I wrote it, and I was a happy little boy in my dream.
That's right. Go check them out on Facebook, RPM Bike Shop. All their contact information is there, phone number, contact info. Check them out, and they'll be happy to help you. So that's it. So, Dean, speaking of St. Patrick's Day,
mm-hmm.
we thought we would honor famous Patricks. A lot of famous actors named Patrick.
It only seems fitting.
Exactly right. So you have a literal St. Patrick's Day, perhaps, episode here. So we thought we'd look up some stuff. Go ahead.
Well, I thought maybe because with the three of us, I don't want to desecrate the sanctity of the Mount Rushmore option.
Right.
So how about for St. Patrick's Day we have a Patrick duel? We'll go back and forth, one for each.
I like that.
Let me start.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with, and I have a list. You have a list, but I'm going to start. I'm going to go with the OG, the man, and I'm going to go with Patrick Stewart. Of Star Trek fame and now X-Men fame, and coming to a theater near you with the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, that's a good one. Patrick Stewart, so good. And I remember when they made they first talked about making the X-Men movies. The first person everybody thought of, it was Patrick Stewart has to play Charles Xavier. It's like he has to.
Right.
He had the bald head. He had the whole demeanor, the accent, the whole that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that anybody could have played that role
No.
in the movies any better than Patrick Stewart.
You gonna shave somebody's head and do or a bald cap or some shit like that? No.
Yeah,
He was
No.
made to play that role.
absolutely. So he played that role in several movies. Kind of a darker version, and Logan was terrific.
Yeah.
And like you said, I noticed that tonight. I looked it up. I didn't realize that he's listed as a cast member as Charles Xavier in the Multiverse of Madness. That would be the first time they would reintroduce an X-Man.
Well, in the trailer, you hear his voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you
That's
didn't
right.
see at the end of it. He says maybe we should tell him the truth.
Okay, I didn't realize that was him.
Sitting on some sort of council of some sort, and they're judging or whatever they're doing to a handcuffed Doctor Strange.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I loved him in that role. Certainly as Picard.
Sure.
Star Trek: The Next Generation. He played, I think it was one of your favorite versions of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge.
Yep, absolutely.
And I love the animated. There's so much to watch. I was a big Family Guy fan and Simpsons for many, many years. It's just hard to keep up with everything. But one of the animated shows I keep up with is American Dad, that Seth MacFarlane makes as well. And it's on TNT. Patrick Stewart plays the boss at the CIA of Stan on American Dad. Just absolutely, the cartoon character is modeled after Patrick Stewart. It's just hilarious.
They
The
wrote
guy
it for
has,
it,
yeah, they certainly did. It's an off-color character, a lot of sexual stuff and all that, and he's just plays it straight and just hilarious. And he was in the Ted movies.
Sure. Well, he was in another one that I'm going to mention when we talk about movies here, unless we want to do that while we're doing it.
You know what? I'm just throwing out stuff that the guy did, so I might be throwing off your rhythm here.
No, you haven't named it, and you and a lot of people forget about it. So,
okay,
that in the business is what we call a teaser, people. A teaser.
All right. Okay. Here's one for you here. How about go ahead.
I was drinking, and I did.
Okay. How about the great late Patrick Swayze, Dean?
Cross him off the list because I had him as well.
Yeah.
Does in the 80s did it get any cooler than Patrick Swayze? Even with that wild mane-like hair that he had at some points, from Ghost to Roadhouse to Dirty Dancing.
That's right.
To Saturday Night Live in one of the most iconic sketches in Saturday Night Live's history.
Yeah, with Chris Farley and the Chippendales.
Yep. Definitely somebody we lost way too soon.
Yes.
Same as William Hurt, actually, right? Was
prostate
it
cancer?
Prostate cancer, or maybe he had pancreatic cancer.
I think it was pancreatic. Yeah, poor man. Yeah,
but still, I mean, the dude was. I mean, he wasn't one of those guys that all the guys were like, "Oh, fuck that guy. There's nothing to him." No, he was cool. I mean, fucking Roadhouse. He ripped out a guy's throat. He was awesome.
Yeah,
and he got the ghost make out with Whoopi Goldberg in Whoopi Goldberg's body, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Red Dawn with a young Charlie Sheen and those guys. Donnie Darko, he played a cool part, like a evangelist type minister.
The fucking Outsiders.
Outsiders, yep.
Come on, we could actually. We're gonna put it aside because we should do a Patrick Swayze fucking episode.
We could. Point Break was fantastic.
Yes. Come on, rolling with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even. I could probably pull a bunch of other shit. I didn't even pull anything up. Yeah, Patrick Swayze. If we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore, Patrick Swayze has top billing on that.
Oh, sure, absolutely. In the world of movies, pop culture, whatever, he's definitely up there for sure.
Yep.
All right, what else you got?
Okay, my next Patrick is going to be Neil Patrick Harris.
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
Neil Patrick Harris. If you are a fan of Harold Kumar Goes to White Castle, or How I Met Your Mother, or even if you want to go wholesome and go all the way back to Doogie Howser, MD.
That's right.
Neil Patrick Harris, cool dude. If you ever hear him in different interviews, in real life, he's a cool dude. Seems like it. I mean, I didn't fucking talk to him, but everything I've heard, everything he does, all his acting stuff, I'm a fan. So Neil Patrick Harris, changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of fun. How I Met Your Mother, definitely
Mhm.
huge series for him. He was recently in actually 8-Bit Christmas, I think it is, on Amazon Prime, I think it is, where he plays an adult that's reminiscing about getting his first, trying to get his first Nintendo, and it turns out to be a very heartwarming story about him and his dad. And
Okay.
really very unexpected, sweet ending of that movie. And I think we talked about this a little bit on our Christmas episode, but that movie's going to make my rotation every holiday season now. So yeah, he was terrific in that. But yeah, you're right. He could play a very innocent guy to a very dirty.
We can burp right now because we're doing St. Patrick's Day.
Sure, of course.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
In my opinion, he is legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
Right. There you go. How about Patrick Warburton?
Good call.
So definitely more known for, just a lot of character voices in various animated movies and stuff.
He will always be Putty.
Putty on
from
Seinfeld.
To me, that just the eyes and the I can't even fucking duplicate that or replicate that delivery. He was so good.
Like, hey, what's up, babe? So Elaine's on again, off again boyfriend. As soon as he made an appearance on the show, he never left it for the rest of the series. I can't remember what season, what the rest of the series. I can't remember what season he came on, but once he was introduced, he was definitely a hit.
Yeah, he did the Tick for a little bit.
The live action Tick, which was terrific. Rules of Engagement with David Spade for several seasons.
Yes, he was. He is. What was Swanson? Fucking on Family Guy.
Oh yeah, the friend in the wheelchair, the cop in the wheelchair.
Jesus, why am I forgetting? Swanson is his fucking last name. Watched like 250 fucking episodes of the thing, and yeah, but I mean, his like you said, his delivery is in his voice is so distinct. He's so funny.
Joe Swanson. You were correct. Joe Swanson is the character.
I think I had the last name.
Yeah. But yeah,
Patrick Warburton. Good call.
Yeah, absolutely. And also in the movie Ted.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, like I say, definitely more known for his TV and his voice acting more so than movies, but still he was in a lot of animated movies. I noticed he played Buzz Lightyear's voice in some of the animated movies and a few other stuff. I think so. Yeah, but yeah, terrific stuff.
Speaking of animation, I'm gonna actually keep that theme rolling, and I'm gonna go Patrick the Starfish from SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know if you've seen such TV shows as SpongeBob SquarePants or SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, and there's been like fucking 4 of them. But yeah, I mean, I think he's got an honorable mention in there somewhere, right?
Oh, sure.
What? Go ahead.
I was say my daughter Peyton is 21 years old, and she grew up in the era of when SpongeBob was absolutely huge, and I started watching it with her when she was little. Loved it. I immediately fell in love with the SpongeBob series, and Patrick Star is.
I did too.
One of my favorite characters on the show. I had SpongeBob pajamas and matching pajamas with Peyton. We would watch it. We saw the movie together
Nice.
in the theater and everything. So yeah, just SpongeBob brings back a lot of fond memories of my young daughter, and it was just a good, wholesome, terrific cartoon. And Patrick
Sure.
Star was just hilarious on it. So
And it'll give us a shout out for his name is Bill Fagerbake. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Fagerbake.
okay.
But he did the voice for Patrick Starfish, and you also might know him as Dauber from the TV show Coach.
Yes, we talked about that on our football episode recently.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I want to mention Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson, you may know from, I first saw him, one of my favorite superhero graphic novels of all time is The Watchmen. Very dark DC graphic novel, superheroes that are.
Okay. I got you.
It's like a more of a grimy world of superheroes, and they made a movie in the early 2000s, and Patrick Wilson played a particular character, Night Owl, just terrifically. He fit the description. Just taking the character from the comic onto the screen was Patrick Wilson. He's went on to he's more in the horror genre now. So he's in.
He's in the Conjuring movie.
Yeah. Right. He plays the
he plays
investigator guy.
He plays Ed Warren, who was a real life person. But these characters are based loosely on some of the stories and things that the Warrens went through. But yeah. He plays Ed Warren.
Yeah, he's a fine actor, and let's see, they've made a TV series of, I can't think of it. I know the town in Minnesota. I can't. Fargo. That's what it is. So the Fargo.
Oh, was he in that?
Yeah, they had a few seasons of Fargo.
Okay.
The first season, by the way, was with Billy Bob Thornton, just terrific. Yeah. By the way, it was kind of an extended story of the movie version.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton was terrific and very scary and all that. But they had a second season when they told a different story, and Patrick Wilson played one of the deputy sheriffs, and his dad was Ted Danson from Cheers fame and still active. Anyway, he was great in that series as well. But Patrick Wilson, that's what I got.
Patrick Wilson, good call. Next and final on my list, I have Robert Patrick from such new TV shows as Peacemaker and Terminator 2.
Yes.
He was the Liquid Terminator in Terminator 2. Robert Patrick, fantastic actor. He was also in, wasn't he in Fire in the Sky? Do you remember Fire in the Sky?
I do not.
Fire in the Sky was about a guy who was abducted by aliens. It's a true story. A guy was abducted by aliens, and all his friends watched him. They were like loggers out in... Yeah, in 1993, D.B. Sweeney played the main character. I don't know if you're familiar with D.B. Sweeney. He played Travis Walton.
Okay.
And he was and his buddies are, I mean, they actually almost arrested these guys because this guy was missing. Travis Walton was missing for days, and Robert Patrick was one of those guys. But he was missing for days, and then finally he just showed up naked in the middle of the street in this small town, and he said he was abducted by aliens, and he's done multiple what is that, the lie detector tests, and he's been hypnotized, and I mean, for the most part, you can't fuck his story up, so I mean, believe what you want, but that's the movie and that's the story. But yes, Robert Patrick was in that as well.
Very good. No, you
get a
showed up
chance, watch
naked
it.
in your.
Good.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. You showed up naked many times in our small town of Barberton.
That's true.
But
That's
I
true.
don't think I've ever mentioned aliens, though.
No, but I have mentioned about it getting probed often.
Okay.
Just not by aliens.
Yeah. Okay. I got one more Patrick for you here.
All right, let's
How
do it.
about Patrick Dempsey?
There you go. Handsome
Patrick
fella.
Dempsey. One of my favorite movies of the 80s, Can't Buy Me Love.
He was the
Terrific
pizza boy, right?
movie. He was the pizza boy.
Yep.
You know, the kid who hired the girl to pretend to be his girlfriend so he can gain popularity, and terrific in that role. And he's went on to make a lot of things. He was in Enchanted. He was in the Scream
That's right.
movies, the original Scream movies.
Making
Bridget
a shit
Jones
ton
is,
of money on
sure.
Grey's Anatomy, the TV show.
That's right. Yes, on there for many years. You're correct. Bridget Jones's Diary, Maid of Honor, just a huge movie catalog and solid actor, Patrick Dempsey.
Okay, fantastic. Now,
All right.
I mean, naming movies that Patrick's were in, I think we actually, in this segment, did a lot of that.
I think so.
But I do want to give you that the teaser that I put. Patrick Stewart was in Robin Hood Men in Tights as King Richard.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
At the end. There you go. But we can, if you want to discuss, since we are having some beers and stuff. You've mentioned Conway's is your favorite Irish time, springtime, whatever you want, anytime, really. Beer.
That's right.
Is there any other? Do you have any other that you enjoy? Not necessarily beer, but
yeah. So around this time of year, I mean, I tend to try to get, I like a lot of different Irish type of. If you're talking, I mean, a lot of local breweries have very solid Irish ales. Ignite Brewing locally has a very good Irish red. If you're talking something that's more widely distributed, Smittix. So Smittix. A lot of people mispronounce it. They say Smithwicks or something like that. I don't know, but
yeah, you do a
Smittix.
Well, you do a Smittix and with Black and Tan with the Guinness.
Yes, that is so
make
good.
your own.
Yeah. You know what? I say that I don't buy Smittix, and they do make Smittix all year round. I need to buy that more often, actually. But when I have one, I just love it and wonder why I don't drink it as much because I just whatever.
Right.
Smittix is terrific. Harps is another good Irish beer, and
absolutely
more on the cheaper side, but still pretty solid for me. Killian's Irish Red is still a pretty solid beer, and of course Guinness.
So Red Dog isn't in your top 5?
Red Dog. You know what? I used to drink Red Dog in the 90s
when it
all
first
came out. Yeah, a lot of not feeling good on Saturdays.
No.
Red Dog. Oh my God.
Red Dog Fridays going on there.
Boosh.
See, I
How about
had
you?
I had a lot of what what you went over whenever. I have Jameson as might be the only other thing.
Yeah.
Jameson Irish whiskey. I'm a bourbon fan, but Irish whiskey is just as enjoyable and tasty.
Yeah, Jameson. They're making some different versions of that. They have like a Jameson now that's infused with. They have a cold brew Jameson whiskey with like some coffee hints.
I think I've had that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Pretty good, and some other stuff that they're infusing it with. Very good. I picked up a bottle this weekend, Dean, of Proper 12 Irish whiskey.
Is that the one?
The MMA fighter? The Irish guy. Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
McGregor.
That's right.
Conor
right.
McGregor.
Conor McGregor. I almost said Ewan
We
McGregor,
love
but
sports.
that's Obi-Wan. Yes, that's right. Conor McGregor. I think it's his. It's his brand, or at least he's a partner there, or something like that. But a solid Irish whiskey.
Is it
reasonably priced? Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen the? Well, they don't do really commercials. It's a lot of like on Facebook and stuff. The Rock has a tequila.
I have seen that.
It's
I think
expensive.
I bought it as a gift for somebody. Actually, I bought it as a gift for.
Was it expensive?
It was not super cheap. I
Yeah.
got it for Cooper's daughter, her recent
Okay. Was she a fan
30th
of
birthday.
tequila or The Rock?
Loves tequila. No, loves tequila.
right.
So I picked
do
it up, and
too.
the guy's like, "This is the Rock's brand." I'm like, okay, sure.
Sure.
It's supposed
why
to be
not?
good. Yeah.
Well, speaking of wrestlers and drinking, tomorrow, as we're recording this is the 15th. Tomorrow is the 16th, and they call it 316 Day, Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, because
Oh yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin had the famous promo of Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass." So 316 is, they call it Stone Cold Day, and Stone Cold Steve Austin has his own beer.
Okay.
It is called Broken Skull, and the only one they have out is the Broken Skull IPA. And tomorrow, and when you're listening to us, this is yesterday, so you can go find it in the stores. He is releasing a Broken Skull American Lager. Now the IPA, I'm not a fan of IPAs, but as an IPA, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think didn't you have it at the beer tasting? I don't know if you remember it at that point, but I had it.
Nope.
I brought it at
Don't
last
remember.
year's beer tasting.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying the American Lager. But yeah, the IPA was pretty good.
Okay. All right.
So I think that kind of covers the alcohol. We could go on and on about. I mean, and we are not going to know the names of them, about like Irish drinking songs. You know, Dropkick Murphy.
Mm.
We can go on, but I think we might have covered our time, Brian. I think the bartender's flashing lights telling us we can't go home, or we don't have to go home, but we can't stay here.
That's right. Just one more thing. So
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day in general, we celebrate it every year, right? What is like what's the best thing about St. Patrick's Day to you? Is it simply the drinking? Is it more than that? What is the best thing for you?
It is the camaraderie.
Yes.
To me, is yeah, you can go out with your friends, on a Friday night or Saturday night, but it's daytime. Things are a little more cheesy. You could dress up a little bit, get a little wacky, and just have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Maybe on a different level than you normally would. Kind of like a New Year's Eve type thing. But you're doing when it's relatively, hopefully wherever you're at, nice out or getting nicer.
Yeah.
So yeah, the camaraderie is for me.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. It's like New Year's Eve it seems like it's amateur hour for a lot of people. St. Patrick's Day is the veterans of hanging out and partying. People of all ages come out on this day, and like you say, it's one of those moments to where we are all, the same. We're all quote unquote Irish for one day, hanging out, having a great time. And like you say, it's just like it's the overall camaraderie feel of that event. Everybody's in a good mood. Obviously, you're drinking, you're hanging out, stuff like that, but it's just a whole different vibe. So, yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite holidays. It's an excuse to pause what you're doing, get out, enjoy some time, like you say, with your friends, meet some new and interesting people, see some people making a fool of themselves, having fun, having a laugh.
That would be me.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the beer and all that's great, but I don't go out to get wasted on that day just to do that. I mean, you can do that whenever. Done that plenty of times in my time.
We do that on Tuesdays.
Exactly. So, like this week here, I took the day off on Thursday. Pause. It's a very stressful week at work, and just hang out with friends, enjoy the day, make some memories, and there you go. So, yeah, So on that note, by the way, if you have memories out there you want to share with us, what does St. Patrick's Day mean to you? Contact the show.
Sure.
Email us at convincingidiots@gmail.com. Post on our page, and you're going to try to say something. Go ahead.
I just real quick, and this is kind of inside baseball here, but Nick's not here. But I just want to give a shout out and say rest in peace, Jimmy. On St. Patrick's Day last year, we lost a dear friend that Nick and I worked with. So this is the year anniversary. So I just want to say rest in peace and Godspeed, Jimmy.
Absolutely. We'll have a cheers to Jimmy on St. Patrick's Day, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dean, on that note, if you're listening to us on Thursday, we hope you're having a great time. Stay safe.
Find us.
Come find us in the beautiful downtown Medina, Ohio.
That's right.
We'll give you a sticker. We'll show you my tattoo. Show you Dean's tattoo.
And you know what? Actually,
Whatever.
and we will keep you posted. We will try, if we remember, we will try to keep everybody updated on posts on Facebook about where we're at. And if we make our way into your city, come find us.
Sure. We're going to start in Medina. We may wind up in San Jose, California. Never know.
What? I don't. It's like one of those movies where it starts with us looking all drunk and shabby, and we look at the camera and go, "I bet you're wondering how we got here," and then you start the story over. That would be awesome.
Yep. It's very, very possible. Maybe Des Moines. I don't know. You never know.
Maybe Scranton.
Could be.
Maybe in your mom's bed. Who knows? Not yours, but the listeners. I don't want to insult you, Brian, but the listener's mom.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, so cheers. We don't see you.
Cheers.
Cheers to all. Have a happy, safe St. Patrick's Day. Don't drive drunk.
If you're listening to this, telling you, call the fucking Uber. It's an app on your phone. Call a cab. Click the Uber button. Don't drive drunk, you fucking idiot.
That's right.
And drink some water.
We need listens around here.
That's right. You die, who's going to take your place?
Exactly. Nobody. That's who. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so for this episode of Convincing Idiots, my name's Brian, GenX.
I am Dean the Xennial with my light blinking hat. I don't think I can see it in the light.
And if we convinced you to make this an annual St. Patrick's Day event and listening to us while drinking an Irish beer.
I like that.